Oh, hey Javier, thanks for joining on your lunch break. We'll probably have a small crowd. I had, a few people show up on Monday. Regardless, it looks like we have more than what showed up on Wednesday. So we will continue on with this call here. Um, Start up here in about a minute. I have Christian on the call and I have Javier on the call. I'm going to have Javier help out just a little bit here. Um, he's been doing really great the last, overall, he's been doing really great. In the last few weeks, he's been a superstar, um, hitting his goals in Lincoln Park, in North Riverside, in Chicago. Yeah, so he's turned out to be a really great promoter. Christian's been with us quite a while. He's always at the top. So he's a top promoter, a trainer in the Chicago area. He has a great way with words, whether it's on the sales floor or just training and motivating. Okay. So, you guys, let's remember that we have pretty high sales goals. Okay. For Xena this week. It's the last couple of weeks we were in the last quarter, the fourth quarter, the end of the year. Now we're heading in to the beginning of the year, right? I don't know if I'm right with the quarters and stuff, but look, we were at the end of the year. Now we're in the beginning of the year. So goals are going to be high, right? We did a lot better last year overall. And we really got to, ideally, we're supposed to break even or do better. So, sales wise, we're behind. And that being said, some people just are not selling what they need to sell, period. So we have to go out there and really push those qualifiers the best that we can, you guys. So Xena days here, we got creatine as a qualifier. Thursday, I'm still not sure if we'll have super greens on the table. Hopefully we will. Okay. We obviously have to go up against AG1. It's a new year. They may have made it hard for us to run those demos on Thursday. All right. But we should have them, super greens on the table come the weekend. Regardless, you guys have to adapt. We have to be able to sell creatine if that's your qualifier. If super greens are your qualifier, you got to be able to sell super greens. We can't just rely on having super greens on the table. Okay. So Javier, you were able to do it, right? You hit your qualifier of creatine, right? I didn't have a lot of people do that. It looked like a lot of people were struggling adapting. Javier, are you available to tell me how you were able to adapt and creatine goals?
Yeah, we're spoiling, and he's probably got a store with.
Hey Javier, are you ready to talk a little bit here?
Hey guys, yeah, can you see me?
Hey, yeah, I can see you. Most people I think called in today, so I went ahead and unmuted you. I'm just, I'm curious what you're doing to sell creatine and how you're able to hit the quotas. I know Lincoln Park's a busy store, but that truly doesn't matter because I can put somebody else in Lincoln Park and they'll sell half of what you're selling. Or I could put you in North Riverside, which isn't as busy, and you're still pretty much able to do that. Just go and tell me a little bit about yourself and how long you've been with Direct Demo and, why you think you're being successful. And maybe tell me, maybe at some point, give me your pitch. All right. Just, I would also almost like to know what you do in English and then what you do in Spanish, just so I can kind of hear those two pitches and how you would determine even whether you're going to talk to somebody in Spanish or you're going to talk to them in English.
Yeah. So yeah, it's different in Spanish and English, but always this is like a general thing that I do. I look at the person, I kind of tell whether they're going to speak Spanish or not, but first I say hola or how are you doing to see whether they respond to me in Spanish or in English. I'm listening to how they respond. I'm also listening to how people say the products because, for example, turmeric, they call it curcuma sometimes. So you have to be saying curcuma, turmeric. But for the creatine gummies, I always have the gummies out. Try Yummy Gummy, una gomita. I always make sure they're available. If not, I'm always using keywords. So pre-probioticos means pre and probiotics. That always brings them to the table. This is something I do. I have my little lunchbox as a super green bag, let's say. I'm always waving this around to get people's attention. I have it in my hands as
super greens bag. You're holding it up.
Yeah, so let's say this is the Super Greens bag. I always have it with me. I'm going like this. I'm making hand gestures like,
So you're
come
holding the
try
Super
it.
Greens bag up.
Look at
Yeah,
this.
remember, not everybody can see you. So you're holding the bag up and you're holding it out. And you come try out the Super Greens. You're showing it to them before they're even at the table, right?
Yep, yep. Sometimes I'm not even using, so I'm using, that's the thing. I'm always varying my pitch. I could be
Yeah.
using movement. I'm always pacing around like a tiger. So just picture a tiger in the
You're
cage
not standing
because
stagnant behind your table.
exactly movement catches attention. So I'm always moving the Super Greens bag around. I got the creatine gummies out. Everyone loves gummies, so you just say it's really simple. Try yummy gummy, and people love gummies. No one's gonna say no to a gummy. I'm always paying attention to people's carts to see if they have the creatine in there. I know every supplement on how it looks just based on the color. So I know the CoQ10 bottles, I know the
Very
turmeric
important.
bottles, I know what everything looks like. So if I see it in their cart, if I see them from 30 meters away, I'm yelling out, come try some creatine gummies. It's
And
just
you're
real
not just
simple.
talking
You
about our
guys,
supplements. You know our competition or anything in the department, really, right? What it looks like just by its color.
exactly. Exactly. Yeah. I'm always paying attention. And again, being like a tiger inside of Costco is huge because I'm looking all around. I'm looking left, right, behind me. First of all, it's busy in Costco, so you have to watch out where people are going. Second off, I'm looking at who's looking at my table, who's looking at my products, who's looking at me. As soon as we make the eye
Yeah,
contact,
yeah, yeah. Are they kind of
boom.
looking at you from 15 feet away or turning their right ear towards you so they can spy on you? Just listen a
Yeah.
little bit. Yeah.
Are they stopping just for a split second, guys? It's so they're walking, they hear you, yummy gummy. You see them stop for 1 second. You keep going. You keep building on
Yeah.
the pitch.
Yeah. Yeah.
Can't let them go.
For this, or that. Yummy gummy for stress relief, for whatever.
Try it for a workout. Need some vitamin 3, vitamin D3. Doctors, the doctors want it. Um, but really, guys, I keep it simple. I adjust my pitch to everyone. It depends on who I'm talking to. There are some people who stop for more time, so my pitch goes way more into depth. But if I just have 2 to 3 seconds, I'm saying yummy gummy to catch their attention. So it all depends. And then one thing in general, I'm always varying my pitch. You know how the best artists, they're always varying their pitch. It's never monotone. It's never, hi, try a yummy gummy. No, it's, hey, try a yummy gummy, and you're varying it. So yes, I can be completely still, and then I start moving because it's all about the
You have
switch
to
up. It's
come
about
up and
the
down. You gotta, make your face look different. Put on a bit of a show in some way, shape, or form. But you have to adjust for every customer, right? So meet the customer where they're at. If they're really low energy, you might want to bring your energy down so you don't scare them. Or if they're
exactly,
really high energy, you probably need to be high energy as well.
exactly.
Um,
And yeah,
yeah.
you notice
It,
it right away. But yeah. Mhm.
is there your table location and setup? Do you feel like that has a big impact on you, or do you think you can be successful just about anywhere? Um, have you ever had to work inside of the pharmacy versus like on the main aisle and still be successful inside the pharmacy or anything like that?
Yeah,
What's your take
definitely,
on table
definitely.
placement?
And another huge tip, and this is just in general, you have to be genuine with what you're saying. Yes, we're promoting our product, but we're being genuine in what we say. So if someone's looking for another product, let's say an allergy medicine, okay,
Yeah.
I know where it's at. I kind of like guide them maybe for 2 seconds. Oh, it should be in this aisle. And a lot of the times those people come back, wait, you didn't even mention what you were selling. They come back, I tell them about it, and I sell. That's
Versus being
huge,
a
guys.
pushy person trying to always get them back to your table immediately.
Exactly. No, they come back. They come back just from being nice and genuine. You guys don't have to push every single time. And if people see you're genuine, so let's say maybe a little kid, hey, try some super greens. The other parents are going to see you treating kids nicely. They're going to see that you're not trying to push some super greens onto their kids, right? No one wants that. Everyone
Yeah.
wants someone who's kind, gentle, right? So just being a nice person, to be honest, you know, that's
Yes. Be
huge.
friendly, you guys. That's very important, and show that you care for everybody's well-being, not just about your own pocketbook. Okay,
Yeah,
you're not just there to hit
yeah,
quotas and sell the creatine because you have to sell the creatine. Okay, you need to have everything on your tables, regardless of whether you need to hit the creatine quota or not. Okay, and you just help customers what they're initially interested in. If you need to lead them a certain way, lead them a certain way, but you have to come across as genuine as possible. We're there to make people feel better and help them, with their wellness goals, or teach them about something they had no clue about. Okay. Anything else, Javier? I know you got to get back to work soon, but
yeah. Another huge tip, guys. I genuinely use our products. So I pop up. I have my Super Greens bottle, my regular water bottle. I pop a Super Greens in there. I know there aren't too many people who say, "But do you take it?" I'm always ready with my Super Greens in my bottle. I open my water
yeah, it's
bottle up.
right here.
Here, guys, you want to see? I take a swig out of it because some people are iffy on the taste.
Hmm.
Drink it, no problem. I love it anyway. It energizes me. I love to take it. So that's another thing. You guys have to believe in the products. I genuinely do, and it comes across. They feel the energy, you know? I'm not faking anything. So
And
they
believe me, if
feel
you
that.
drink one or two of those super greens every day, just even over a couple hours, like when I put two in my cup, I start smiling, I'm giggling, I'm happy.
Yeah.
And it's those adaptogens in there, or maybe it's just my brain telling me it's the adaptogens. I don't know, but customers can see the difference in me when I'm using my super greens regularly when I'm working. And it's not me
Exactly.
loading up on an energy drink before. Okay. It's the super greens, and I make sure they understand that. And then I drink it right in front of them so I know I'm not lying.
Exactly.
They have to believe that you believe in the products. If you guys do not believe in the products, or you do not use our products, they will honestly, they'll know. All right. Nobody's that good
Yeah.
of a salesperson that they truthfully can just sell something they don't believe in. Okay. I
Exactly.
can't. I worked for Vitamin World. I sold vitamins for 5 years as a manager. I couldn't do it anymore because I could not push a bunch of synthetic vitamins that were bad. Okay, bunch of stuff made in a laboratory, like hundreds and hundreds of vitamins from the biggest manufacturer of vitamins in the world. I couldn't do it anymore because I didn't believe in it. Right? If you guys don't believe in these products, you shouldn't be on the sales floor. Okay, I don't want people out there who are just faking it. All right, Christian, Javier, anything else?
Darn it, I just had it on my mind. I lost it. Um, Guys, take care of yourselves. If you guys feel your feet hurting, take a little shot of turmeric. I know, uh, I don't know if there are any new sales promoters here, but I know for sure the first few months my feet were hurting. I took a little shot of turmeric. Guys, I swear I sold so much turmeric that day. Just because I took the turmeric shot, I felt the relief.
Mm-hmm.
And guys, uh, honestly, one of my favorite things is hearing the customer say, "Oh, thank you. Like this actually helped my father, helped my mother out. Thank you so much. I appreciate it." So
Yeah,
that
yeah,
that's
that
huge.
reminds me, like, there was a Cunol day when I was selling magnesium gummies, and man, I don't know if I had went for a run or if I tweaked my leg somehow, my quad. And I was working that day, standing there all day, and my quad just cramped up. It was just aching and aching, like it wouldn't go away. A muscle cramp, a spasm, whatever. Charlie horse, I guess you could call it. I ate maybe I ate 4 magnesium probably that day. Okay, magnesium gummies, and it made it go away the entire day. And you know how many times I use that in my pitch? And you're not supposed to use a lot of self testimonials, but the truth is like, oh my god, the other day I had a leg cramp. I was standing here all day. I'm standing here for 7 hours. I had a leg cramp. I ate a couple magnesium. Boom, gone. You know, and people buy it. And but then I was like, oh, though I kind of had to stop eating them during the day. I kind of learned I can't eat these magnesium all day long because I'm here for 7 hours. I got to have some energy. The magnesium kind of makes me want to go to sleep. It's a little bit tired, makes me tired.
Yeah.
So the best thing to do with the magnesium, you guys, is 2 to 4 of them before bedtime, before you brush your teeth. And that's what that, I'll tell them in that in my pitch, so I don't eat it during the day anymore. You got to do it before bedtime. Unless you're stressed out, you got a lot of anxiety, you got 4 kids, you got a tough job, maybe you do need a couple of them during the day. Give it a try, see how you feel, and then show them the laminate. The laminate tells them, based off of their age and their weight, how much they should take. I personally will do 3 to 4 before I go to bed. Sometimes I'll just do 2. I won't go much higher than that because I don't want to go potty. Okay. I don't because it may help you with regularity. A lot of people don't mind the extra benefit of the regularity aspect. Going potty, number 2, you guys, with the magnesium or, the citrate. It's actually kind of a benefit for a lot of people. But anyways, Christian, I want you to start talking. Javier, anything else? You feel like it's important?
Don't be judgmental, guys. Sell to everyone. Everyone deserves some of our products. Never have a preconceived thought in your mind about someone. You sell to everyone. Talk to everyone the same. Same energy, same love, same genuineness.
Yes, and
don't exclude anyone.
Do not be political. Don't take any specific stance on anything. Be right in the middle, you guys, and treat everybody the same. Yes, do not. Yeah, that's 100% super important, you guys. We are all equal, okay? Especially with this certain climate we have going on, you guys.
Yeah,
political climate. All right, Javier, let's let Christian go. You can stay until we're done, or you can head back to work. I'll let you decide. But Christian, go ahead and chat up here for a minute. If you like, we got a few minutes left. We got 15 minutes.
Sounds great. Hey, thank you very much, Jordan. And thank you, Javier, for sharing those experiences. And I want anybody to understand after listening to Javier, because I don't want you just to hear it from me. I'm glad you heard it from somebody else. And anybody that's doing well at this job is going to talk to you the same way Javier and I have talked to you and Jordan has talked to you. We are not talking rocket scientry here. But I'm going to be very honest with you. I mean, baseball isn't rocket scientry. It doesn't mean I'm meant for playing on a professional level. And there are a lot of professional ball players that would not be as good at sales as I am. One of the things I want to touch on, what Javier said, that he didn't really say exactly the words, but the bottom line is he is passionate about this job. Jordan is passionate about this job. I am passionate about this job. How can we be passionate about this job? Well, as he pointed out, he's used the products. I used to have using Narcos for my joint pain from Shining Shoes for 24 years. I didn't abuse it. I was allowed 3 a day, and I never took more than 3 or 4 in a week. But at the time my doctor retired and I was not allowed to get him anymore, and the climate was very hard, is when I joined this company. And using the products of this company, after asking my boyhood friend who did his internship at the Mayo Clinic, can I recommend this stuff in good conscience to people? Yeah, Chris, they're supplements. Some people will benefit from it and some don't. Every body is different and every body is different. So not everybody is going to benefit from our stuff. But there are thousands and millions of people nationwide that benefit from our products. And if you don't believe it, well, that's fine. A man or woman convinced against their will is of the same opinion still. But the fact remains these products would not be in the store. We would not be so dominant. If you wonder why AG1 is there, it's because of people like me, Amy, Javier, and all the others that really sold the crap out of super greens. And do not be intimidated by price. If you can't sell the product at full price, sales is not for you. We are not selling $35 worth of super greens in one sitting. If you use 2 packs a day, you're talking a little bit more than $1.50. You can't sell somebody to spend 77 cents, $1.50, when they'll walk into Starbucks and pay up to $10 for a drink that is not going to give them any kind of health benefits other than the rush of caffeine. Our company has come out with a line of products that attacks everything. Hey, all these vital proteins. You know, I say, no need to worry about the VP when the president's here. But the reality of it is a lot of people are die hard. And I hated that. I lost a lot of sales. Tui came out with colostrum. Oh, you don't want to use my collagen? Well, then you know what? You want to at least use my colostrum because that acts as a protein magnet. And that is a protein magnet. So this for $12 a month, it makes your $24 a month collagen better. Boom. See? That's what our company does. It produces great products that are like building blocks. Now, I love building blocks because I'm from Denmark and Legos are from Denmark. And if you build the building blocks, super greens and everything, you put the whole thing together, turmeric, collagen, CoQ10, everything. You're no more than $2.50 a day, sale or no sale. You're never going to spend more than $2.50 a day for our drink. And if you can't justify to somebody that is looking to take care of their health, that has joint pain, that has low energy issues, that has gut problems, that struggles to lose weight, if you can't convince them, and then let's not forget about my favorite, the hot flashes. 70% of my super green sales minimum comes from hot flash customers only. And are you trying to tell me when you don't help those people feel better, you don't feel better yourself? And this business isn't for you. Find something that you're passionate about. But if you're passionate like me and Javier and Jordan and anybody else that does well at this job, you should love this job. I'll be quite honest with you. I don't know what it is, but we have some really, really talented people out there who have been there longer than my 2-year anniversary coming up next week. I can't understand why they struggle. And the worst part about it is, I don't understand why they can't humble themselves enough to ask for help. The only reason I'm as good as I am, because I humbled myself and asked for help. And I'll tell you something, you want to work for a company that doesn't get you help, you're going to hate it. But if you work for a company that's willing to give you help and you don't take advantage of it, you must hate yourself because you don't want to succeed. I don't care who you ask for. We have lots of people that are successful. My personality is not going to jive with a lot of people, and that's fine. I'm okay with it. But there are lots of people here that are successful, and if you are struggling and you're not willing to ask and change things, if you're a pitcher on the mound and you keep throwing fastballs right down the middle, it ain't going to take more than 2 batters before it's a home run fest. And if you don't change up and throw some curveballs in there or some sliders, you know what? You are never going to be allowed on the mound again. It's as simple as that. You have to understand this job is not rocket scientry. Lots of jobs are not rocket scientry. Doesn't mean I'm right for them. Doesn't mean anybody is right for certain jobs. Sales is the greatest profession in the world. You got to find something you love. And if you don't love using our products and you're struggling at selling, there's probably your problem. And if you don't feel that super greens and at least CoQ10, and if you have any kind of inflammation in your body, don't think turmeric works, what are you here for? What are you doing? Of course you're not going to succeed. But if you are passionate about those products and you are struggling to succeed, we can overcome that. We can help you out. Maybe, you know, if enough of you would speak up and ask for help, maybe they would give different help programs. If you feel that we're not giving you the proper help, maybe it's because we don't know what you need. We can't send you turmeric and collagen if you don't tell us you have that out of stock.
We might be doing some new stuff. So you guys, if you want some help, Christian might be running around to help train in Chicago.
Yeah, and again, we can do this anywhere in the nation because there are other people out there that are willing to help others succeed in this company because we really do love what this company has done for us. It has given us a great opportunity. And if you have any experience whatsoever in straight commission sales, you got to absolutely love this job because you get the best of both worlds. You get guaranteed pay and an opportunity to make extra. And people that have been here a long time, if you're not making extra, why are you here? Listen, this is a great job. You should make extra. You deserve extra. A company wants to give it to you. It's like going to work and being a waiter or a bartender and just standing there and ignoring all the people that want to drink. Hey, I collect my money for the night. Hey, can I have my share of the tips? We didn't do shit. Pardon my French. But that's the reality. So if you need help and you're a veteran and you've been struggling, I understand. I'm already working with a veteran, and we're going to see progress and more progress with them. And they are following those tips, and they are starting to succeed better. Anybody that wants to do better, we will help you do better. But we can't help you do better if you have no interest or desire to do better. Please reach out to Jordan and let him know what it takes for you to be helpful. Don't complain. Don't say there's too much traffic, not enough traffic. People don't come here. I can't set up at this store. Nobody comes in. Nobody wants this on this day. They only buy Zena on quinol days. They only buy quinol on Zena days. Don't ever say that to Jordan. Because you know what? You can call them explanations. You can call them excuses. It doesn't matter. Money doesn't start with the letter E. Okay? But if you're going out there and you give more of yourself like Javier does, if you're passionate with the members, if you are there to really, truly help people and you believe in the products you represent, you will succeed. I will give you my personal guarantee. If you're willing to put in the effort, if you're willing to do what it takes to succeed, I personally will make sure whatever amount of time off the clock I need to give you, I will do that out of respect for you. But if you're not willing to invest in yourself and your numbers are poor, please don't expect me to respect you. Thank you, Jordan.
All right. Thanks, Christian. You guys, so we are, obviously there's only a few of you on here, so I'll be putting this up for everybody to watch and listen to. But we are planning to hopefully have some people locally. It's in the works, but we got 1 or 2 people locally in each area that will be going around and helping out with some training. And they may just show up at your store to make sure that we're working properly, in compliance, etc. So we'll be having some trainers going around in each area, making sure that we are all doing what we should be doing while we're there at the store, but mostly not just to scare you guys, put the fear in you. Oh, there might be a secret shop. Okay. Mostly we're going to be going out there, seeing what we can do to make everybody more successful. All right. There's no reason why someone in a 3,000 foot traffic store on average, okay, that's low, anywhere from 2,500 to 3,000. That's low foot traffic. And there's not a lot of stores that do that little of traffic, okay, out of my 80 stores. There's no reason why somebody in those stores should be selling 30, 40, 50 super greens and creatine regularly when someone has 5,000 plus foot traffic. Can't do that. Okay. The person in the 5,000 plus foot traffic stores expected to do what that slower store is doing. But honestly, the store with the most traffic should be doing more on average regularly than our highest quota. Okay. So if there's 60 units as your total unit goal, you guys should be doing 70 units. Right. And a lot of people did on Saturday and Sunday. A lot of people did really good. Okay. And then, some people have bad days. Whether you're good, normally a good promoter, some days you're not always going to hit those sales goals. All right. So you have to understand that too. Right. And then I understand that too. But if you're out there hitting your sales goals most of the time, I'm not going to come down on you for a bad day. All right. But if it's, if you're consistently not hitting your sales goals and your quotas, and you've been with me a long time, direct demo a long time, something's wrong. Or if you've been doing this for several months and you can't hit quotas yet, something's wrong and you need to get retrained. Okay. But thanks you guys for showing up. Appreciate it. Thanks, Christian, for talking. Thanks, Javier, if you're still on here. Thanks for talking. I'll go ahead and post this on YouTube so everybody can take a listen later if they want to. Okay.
Thanks
It's
so
1
much,
o'clock.
Gordon. I appreciate it.
Thanks, guys.
Yeah, just
And
have fun out there, guys.
remember, whether you believe you can or you believe you can't, you're probably right. Please go out there and believe in yourself, because we truly do believe in you.
Yes. That the belief that you can do anything is super important. Have a good night, guys.